How to make your wife mad at you. I'm about to make a mess.
Oh my God. You couldn't have been a little neater?
I'll get it cleaned up. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Mike. We're Runaway Parents. I got something special today. You can see it right here. This is the COUNTRYMOD 24 volt rooftop air conditioner. We're going to be installing it on our truck camper right here today. So I did a little bench testing right here on it. Number one, my best advice is when you get an AC, put it on some sawhorses, hook it up, do a little bench testing, whether it be 12, 24, or 120. Because the last thing you want to do is get on top of your RV and pull your old AC out and get this one installed and it doesn't work. Real simple to do. Just hook it up on a set of sawhorses, test it out, make sure everything works correctly on it. So that's what we did with this one. I hooked it up to 24 volts, which this one is 24 volts because our camper, as you know, if you've seen our channel, it's got that massive 24 volt solar system in it that we installed. So with that being said, bench testing went great on it, man. I'm telling you. Right now I have the Houghton 13.5 rooftop air conditioner in it. And I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. But it does pull between 800 and 1200 watts while running. And through testing on this one, I had it on high and I pulled about 550, 600 watts on high. So it was running nonstop, pulling 550, 600 watts. That is a game changer. And it seemed to be putting out pretty good airflow, which we'll get into all that when I install it. We'll show the testing. I've got a decibel meter. We'll check the decibel meters on how my Houghton 13.5 runs, and which is known to be an ultra quiet AC, and that's why we love it in this one. Been an amazing AC. But this right here will absolutely change things for us. So we're gonna get going with the install. We're gonna take you along with us, show you. We're gonna do all the testing. We're gonna hook it up. We're gonna do pretty extensive testing on it because it's got some big shoes to fill for that Houghton. Here's another big plus. Our current AC weighs 90 pounds. And I was shocked when I picked this one up. 50 pounds. It is so light. It's gonna cut our weight in half on the roof, which, as you know, I'm carrying those 1,600 watts of residential panels on my roof on that rack. I could use all the weight loss I can get. So let's get into it and get her installed, and got really high hopes for this thing. So come on along. All right, so here we are in the camper right now. Here's the Houghton. Super quiet, super quiet. We'll do a decibel test on it here in a second. But let's just show you what it's pulling. All right, right there. I got the Starlink unplugged. All my AC loads are unplugged. So that Houghton right now is pulling 1,006, 1,004 watts on high. Compressor's on. So we'll hold the decibel meter about 3 feet away. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have 58, 59 decibels from 3 feet away. And just for reference, like me standing here having just a conversation, just speaking, we're gonna be at about 60 to 70 decibels on conversation. All right, so that's a good reference point for our Houghton AC. So let's go and get this sucker taken out and get this COUNTRYMOD put in and see where we're at. All right, when removing your other AC, be sure you have your breaker turned off, so you kill all power to it. All right, easy enough. Now we're ready to go on the roof and get it removed. All right, here's the toughest part. This sucker is heavy. All right, there it is. It is off the roof. Now we're going to have to clean up the area where the AC was sitting, pull that the ring out, and get it cleaned up and prepped, and start getting this new one installed. And there you have it, folks. There is your size comparison. That is the 13.5 BTU Houghton. It has a soft start in it, and it's also the heat pump. And there's our COUNTRYMOD, 24 volt AC. It doesn't have a heat option, but I will give up the heat option for half the demand of electricity. That is a considerable size difference, and we're talking half the weight. 100 pounds, 50 pounds. So pretty excited about this. So let's get her installed and see what we got. All right, back here on top. So what you want to do is get your surface area cleaned up. That's the gasket that comes with it, with the AC. You just pull the sticky side backer off. You just set that down right above your opening there. Even it up there. Just press it down. Get you a good seal. There, so we got that pressed down right into place. Fits perfect around the opening. All right, so now we want to get the air conditioner in. And I'm going to tell you, it was a lot easier getting this one up here than it was getting that Houghton up here and getting it down. By the way, you also are going to come with some foam blocks here. You're going to place these foam blocks, help support the rear of the weight of your AC. You can put some at the front and at the back. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to place 2 at the back and 2 at the front. Let's see where it winds up at. So we know we're about right here for the back. Just give yourself a mark, let you know where it's at. So we'll put our 2 foam blocks about right here. But first we got to clean that. We need to get her cleaned up so we can get a good surface to stick to. And it's amazing how dirty they get underneath these ACs. That's the dang trouble with these flat roofs, man. They don't drain off very well. Things like to puddle up on them. We'll get the AC set there. And now we can go inside the camper and position it where it needs to be by lifting up on it. All right, now we got it set in. You can see one of our screw holes are there, one's there, and another one's up here and back there. So you can just take the AC and just kind of get it positioned where you need it. A little that way. Just sit here and work it. Put it about where you need it. That's pretty close right there. Right here's your inside ring. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to do a little trim. Yeah. Got to do a little trim work on this one. All right, so we know I have to trim this a little bit to be able to get that ring in there. I'm going to give you a tech tip of the day. How to make your wife mad at you in 3, 2, 1. I'm about to make a mess. Put my glasses on. Boy, it's hot. Summer is here. All right, the AC is going to come with a set of short studs. It's also going to come with the long studs for the thick roof installs. But mine is the thin roof, so these ought to do just fine. So you get them started in there, run them up. There you go, on each corner. Make sure that breaker's off. There you go, you run your studs up, just like that, all 4 corners. And that's going to squeeze it up on that gasket for you. Really? All right, now you're going to have some serrated nuts that it's going to come with. Right there. You get your 4 washers and your nuts. All right, so we're just going to run them up a little bit. See that gasket start compressing. Don't overdo it. You just want a good seal on it. That ought to do it. Creates a good seal right there around your AC. Doesn't get easier than that, fellas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any easier than that. Sealed in there real good. So, I need to get our 110 wire feed out of the way. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to run my 12 volt cord. I haven't really decided yet how I'm going to run power. I could drill a hole straight through the ceiling here, go out through my closet here on the back side and straight to my battery bank. Really not 100% sure yet, but I got time to figure that out. All right, right here on your AC cover, what you're gonna have in the box is your air pinion. You wanna connect that. There your screw holes line up. All right, so we got it in. My camper's a little different. You know, my roof is only 2 inches thick on my camper. So I ran into a few little issues with it. I guess you'd call it the pinion box, that the airflow comes out of the unit and goes through and it directs it to the vents in the cover. Is a little too long, so I'm not able to see. I've got that little gap right here. It's not letting it close up all the way, which that's going to be pretty easy. I can pretty much solve that. I'll just trim it off a little bit. But for right now, I got my wires coming out of the side. I got to run them through, and I've got them run out, tied into my into my Lynx distributor on a 30 amp fuse. So that's how I got that running right now, just for testing, just to see how it does. And like this gap here will close up once I reroute all these through the roof. And I'm gonna come out of this closet right here and gonna go down and come out there and go right to my Lynx. And that will take care of that. I think it's gonna work out great. We'll try the decibel meter. And I'm really not seeing much difference between the Houghton and this one. Maybe just a little bit more quiet. Now I'm going to show you my actual DC load. You see, we're not running AC no more, so I have no AC loads coming in, just what the inverter's drawing. All right, so there's my DC load, 707. But you got to remember, I'm also running a 24 to 1220 down here that is keeping my 12-volt lithium house battery charged. So I got like 200 watts going to it. So this thing's running about 480 to anywhere 500, 480, sometimes dropping down to 3. So that is absolutely a plus. So far as right now, I'm really happy with it. Really glad with the way the install came out. There's a few things I need to work on. It being such a thin roof, you're just going to have problems. I guess to be expected. But as far as the wattage is drawing, that's going to change things for us. There's another cool little feature I'll show you. It's kind of like a mini split. You know, you got the vents, and they'll go up and down on their own. There's motors in there that'll bring them vents up and down. You got them north and south. You got them on both sides. This side's got it as well. Kind of helps direct the airflow. Like I said, as of now, I like it. I do like it. A little worried about it. You know, I really did like my Houghton, but I think we got a winner here, guys. I really do think we got a winner. There's your remote. It's got a heat option on it, but it doesn't have heat. But you got turbo. Well, there she is, the woman of the hour. Well, we got the air conditioner running. There it is.
Oh my God.
What? I made a little mess. I'm going to get it cleaned up.
You couldn't have been a little neater?
Told y'all. I'll get it cleaned up. I got in trouble.
He is so messy.
It's projects.
Somebody come get him.
Anyway.
You didn't have a vacuum cleaner in here when you were working?
Well, I was busy. So we're going to put it on turbo mode right now. The compressor hasn't kicked in yet. You can see my watts are way down. 112, 109. So that's what's going to my 12-volt battery right now. It's 109. There, that compressor should be kicking on. There, so that pretty well lines up with my bench testing that I did. On high, everything it had, I was pulling about 500, 520 on the wattage, which is still good. That's half of what I was pulling on my AC air conditioner that was in here. So we're going to continue the testing and got really high hopes for it. So far, Everything has been really wonderful with it. It's cooling the camper down tremendously. I mean, I can't really tell any difference between the other AC we had and this one. So as far as right now, just my recommendation is it's a plus. It's definitely a good AC. All right, so that's going to wrap this up. That is the install of the COUNTRYMOD Pro, the 24 volt AC. But you can also get it in a 12 volt version as well. I will leave links in the description where you can go check it out if you want. There's another YouTuber did a really good review on it if you want to go see it. RVing with Tito. I will leave his links in the description and you can go check it out. He's got great things to say about it as well. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank y'all for joining me on this. Stay cool. Summer's coming.